Love is nothing. Give me pleasure instead. I'm tired of letting love get inside of my head. I'm tired of knowing what I've always known. Something inside me means I'll wind up alone. Love is nothing when I can drown out the pain, lift up my spirits and keep myself sane. It's not worth the trouble of living in fear. Give in to the feeling and watch it disappear. Love is nothing but an elusive thought. Can I ever grab it? Maybe, maybe not. Filled up with envy, maybe some grief. Want what others have, however brief. The feelings don't last, smothered by hurt. Build up some trust and I get thrown in the dirt. Dust myself off. Start to sing. Just fuck it all. Love is nothing. I'm not delusional. Talented. Not delusional. I'm fucking talented. Nobody cares, Laura. Nobody's ever cared. Yeah, I know. That's the whole point. That's the key to understanding me. Nobody's ever given a shit. I'm not delusional. I'm fucking talented. You know? I know. And that's why nobody, not a single person on this planet, should be surprised by or question anything I say or do. Be that, nobody should question or be surprised by anything I say or do. Be that person, my friend, my enemy, my family member, my intimate acquaintance, my intimate, my best buddy, whatever, etc., etc., etc. You shouldn't be surprised by anything. That sums it up. I'm not fucking delusional. I'm fucking talented. I was writing poems and songs in grade school that adults can't write now, but never talented right now. Nobody cares, Laura. Nobody's ever cared. Anyway, maybe someday, you know, things in my real world, you know, will get better and I won't need my fantasy, maybe this YouTube world or whatever. But as it stands now, I need YouTube more than ever. Okay? I need it. I have no intention of stopping doing this. Maybe someday I'll be able to. Maybe someday things in my real world will be better and I won't need this so much. I want so badly for somebody who has legal expertise to tell me what to do in regards to all this shit. There was this woman who, I guess, she knows law and her husband is a lawyer. All she kept saying to me was, I mean, she meant well, but sorry, Laura, if your mom won't do anything, if your mom won't negate the power of attorney, there's nothing you can do. I refuse to accept that as an answer. I refuse to, if you want me to quote that asshole, stranger who I blocked a couple days ago, or whatever, yesterday, I refuse to face reality. If reality is that I want someone to see what I see, to understand, to see the deeper meaning of my poor mother, who knows what her 401k was worth years ago. I mean, it was worth, it could be, who knows if it's even there. No, there's no checks and balances on Marion. She can say anything. She can say, you know, people can say anything. People can say they have a happy marriage, and meanwhile, you know, a year later you see him divorced, you know. People can say anything. I don't care. If my mother won't fight this, because up until recently it was just her and her sisters, and she needs their love and acceptance. She doesn't want to rock the boat and make waves. It doesn't make what Marion has done right. Marion plays God with my mother's life. There has to be somebody who will care about that. How sad is it that my mother wanted to get a crown? She didn't want a fucking hole in her mouth. She has that right. Even if there's not $1,200 to pull out of a bank account or whatever, my mother only has enough money to pay her bills each month, blah, 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 whatever. So the fuck what? She's not gonna go under. She can access the fucking 401k with a penalty if she had to. She just would get a penalty. The 401k could be, I don't even know what it's worth. I know it started off at 50,000 years ago. I mean, all I know is that if you're in your 60s and you have a fucking 401k and you have a obscenely incredible, wonderful credit, and you don't want to have a hole in your mouth, you want to get a crown. You shouldn't have to be told by the person who has a power of attorney over you, sorry, you need to have the hole in your mouth, you can't afford a crown. It's not right. And it's not true. That's the thing, it's my fucking content to have fun, Marion playing God with my mother's life. You think this is the only example? It's not. It's just the one hitting home for me right now. Because now my mom, only because she won that case, and the statute of limitations was about to run out, the wrongful death against the nursing home, because her crazy ex-husband died in the nursing home. They've been fighting this, and originally, apparently, to get a lawyer, Marion put in 1,000, my mom put in 1,000, and it dragged on, year after year after year, and I used to always have to hear it, and I just said, Mom, I don't want to hear about that case, I really don't. It's just another way Marion's keeping you on a short string, you know. So my mom was just accepted it. I can't afford to get a crown. So, but my mom didn't want to have the hole in her mouth. So she was going to save up a little bit of money, which couldn't amount to much. She only gets a certain amount from Marion every week. She was going to save a little bit of money each month. And then she wound up giving it to me and Omar, so we wouldn't have to live on the streets, spend nights in the street. She wound up giving it to me. She sent the money for me and Omar to come here, but she lied to her sisters and told them that my musician eggs would give it. That's why I don't think that that person, I mean, he meant well, telling me I have Asperger's. I'm sorry, but I don't think I have Asperger's from what I've read. They have, like, they're not able to put themselves in other people's shoes or have empathy or what. I haven't experienced my mom's experience, but I can just see it, I can hear it, I can feel it. Going to her sister and I need a crown and being told no, like it's Marion's money. It's not. I don't care if there's not actually $1,200 to pull out of the bank account. You put it on a credit card. I know damn well there's enough to pay on the damn credit card because Marion has, you know, legitimately dragged my name through the mud because my mom gave me a lot of money. So Marion was using my mother's monthly money to pay off my mom's credit cards too, and now that's all completely paid off, so there's that extra money for the month, you know what I mean? My mom doesn't even know what her bills are or whatnot. I don't care. If you have a fucking 401k and you want to fucking get a crown instead of having a hole in your mouth, you have a right to Marion. And I have to hear from this stranger repeatedly, who means well, you know. If you're not sorry, Laura, but you know, you're not stable and you're mentally ill, and if your mother won't do anything about the power of attorney, there's nothing you can do. Well, I refuse to accept that. I wish somebody somebody who knew the law would give me hope, would tell me that I do have a chance to win this. Not that I'll be made guardian over my mother, but that Mary will be forced to account for her actions. And it'll be out in the open that my mother's afraid, and has been ever since Marion declared that she's afraid to say boo to Marion. It's always been the unspoken threat that my mom would find her back in the mental hospital. And now my mom says that she's not. Apparently she recently talked to her she's like, my psychologist told me that Marion can't put me in the mental hospital. Mom, Marion could never actually put you in. Her influence is what, you know, her influence, what she said, caused the police to examine you or what, and then decide to section you, you know. It's not right. It's not right that a little over a month ago my mom's sitting here on my bed crying. Mom, why didn't you stick your ground? We were going to stand up to Marion, and we were going to handle this that she should have handled 6 months ago. Trying to figure, you know, that you were potentially victim of identity fraud. You never got your tax refund, federal tax refund. Now it's the whole new year's money. Oh, we should have given her. I shouldn't have said anything, Laura. And I said, Mom, why didn't you stand your ground? I'm afraid of her, Laura. Why are you afraid of her, Mom? I'm afraid of what she'll do to you. Mom, she can't do anything to me. I have $15,000 in the bank. Omar, I can protect Omar, even if she forces Omar to leave this house, even if I can take Omar. We'll both be safe. She can't hurt me anymore, except in my irrational brain, because I know she can't hurt me, and I still fear her too, you know. This just isn't right. It isn't right. I'm the only one who knows. I'm the only one who sees. I want someone to give me hope. I want someone with legal knowledge to contact me and give me some kind of hope that I can do this. That people will listen to me. That even if I'm doing it against my mother's wishes, because she, particularly with her other sister, possibly, you know, was probably going to die. But no, my mom doesn't want to rock the boat and make waves, and she fears Marion, you know, not physically, but psychologically. You know, I know she does. I fear Marion. Marion's a very abrasive person, and she's lied. I have a right to clear my name. I know she's lied. I know it. She declared as fraud legitimate charges my mom had made on my mom's own credit cards when I was visiting. She did that for one reason, Marion. The only reason she could have possibly done it is to make it look like I'd stolen my mother's credit card. She'd think I was born yesterday. I have a right to clear my name. My mother can't see the gravity of this situation because my mother's like a child. She wants to have her cake and eat it too. She wants to please me, wants to please her sisters, but it's not gonna happen, Mommy. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, and it's gonna, as my shelter friend put it, it's gonna get ugly. I'll have to move out. Not because my mother would want me to stay. My mom needs to learn. I have to move out. She needs to see what it's going to be like to not have me here. I know she likes having me. And I'm not doing that to manipulate her. I'm the one getting this lawyer. I'm doing it behind her back. I told her to just tell the truth. But I will have to move out for the sake of my sanity. It's going to get ugly. I'm not going to be here in this place that technically is Marian's. Even though my mom will say, I have the bill of sale. Doesn't matter, Mom. I read it. I talked to lawyers. I talked free. I know it's just... I'm smart enough to read what it says. You don't lightly sign a document like this. It's the most powerful POA that can be created. It essentially makes everything of yours. It gives them broad power to sell, to blah, 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 whatever. It makes it everything theirs. It makes everything theirs. People have someone who has a durable power of attorney when they can't handle anything. Somebody who has a child would not give that kind of power to a family member. Just opens up the door for corruption, for fraud, for, you know. I'm embroiled in this mess. I don't know how I'm supposed to date. But I can't just keep postponing dating either, because dating, and even tentatively, even just not even meeting anyone, but just getting praise, you know, it ups my confidence level, you know. Even without going on a date, ups my confidence level. And people I know that want to go on a date with me are praising me. Praising my looks, praising my profile, praising whatever, you know. My mother's fear of the person who has power of attorney over my mother, that's just not right. My mother doesn't question Marian. My mother fears saying boo to Marian. My mother, it's just not right. It's not right. Do just come out here and whine and bitch and complain, because it hasn't ended. I'm embroiled in such madness, you know. It never ends. I want to believe that somebody with power will help me, will see what I see, and you know, but I don't know. I might deplete a good portion of my savings, and it'll all come to naught. No. Whatever happens, before it's finally settled, before I finally, after all these fucking nearly 4 years, have closure on this, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get so ugly. And I know out of fear and out of, because my mom's all depressed over her sister that's probably gonna die, and my mom's in denial. It's gonna get ugly, and I know my mom's gonna wind up turning on me. She's gonna turn on me, and that is why I'm gonna have to move out. Maybe at some point I'll be able to come back, I don't know, but I will temporarily have to move out. There's no getting around that. So I've had to gather my strength, you know, to prepare myself for that, to go live in a room. Oh, I can afford it. It'd just be just lonely, and you know, it'd be very. It's what I have to do. My mom doesn't understand I have to do it. She just wants everything to go on the same, and me to just not rock the boat and the family and everything to go on the same. I can't do that. I've told her. I've tried to get her to understand, but she's like a child, you know. Her mental, I have to do this now because her mental faculties are declining. I see it. I see so much. I see what I don't want to see. always been like that for me. I see too much.